Hayibo, guys, kwenzakalani? Umuzi uyasha. Kodwa wena ucabanga icontent. Uyayibona nale camera ukuthi iplanwe yonke lento. Ama-angles are too perfect.
Somebody been smoking and drinking. Somebody been smoking and drinking. Somebody been smoking and drinking. Somebody been smoking and
Yes, and hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I have never seen anyone trending like this after they got their house burned. I guess part of it, you know, them trending is because they also posted in all social media platforms and even highlighted our house burned, something like that. So they were bound to trend on all social media platforms anyway. So part of it, yes, people made them trend, but part of it, they are responsible for also trending. Now, she has responded. Oh, I also saw this video on TikTok, which did convince me that no man, the house wasn't roofless, because some people were saying the house didn't even have a roof. But it's a farmhouse so obviously everything is just gonna burn down, unlike my tiles and all of that. Now she has responded, and this is what she had to say. The Sadiki said that they lost everything in the house worth 2 million rands, and the house was 3 million rands, amounting to 5 million rands. Soon after they asked for donations, social media investigators started digging, found a picture of the house that appeared to be abandoned, and started accusing the pastor and his wife of burning their own house. Now, speaking to Zimojo, Sadiki says that she's not moved by negative people and their opinions. She asked what kind of a mother would put their kids in such a traumatic experience just to trend or gain fame. I would never do that to my kids. What kind of a monster would I be? She said her stress at the moment is for her family to be fine. I told my family members and friends who have been sending me all the negative screen grabs from social media to stop. According to the actress, the family is currently booked at a temporary accommodation to prepare the kids for school reopening next week. She said she has been arranging therapy for her kids, who are still suffering from nightmares of watching their home burn to the ground. I am stressed about my kids' books, school uniforms, and getting them into therapy. People's opinions won't help me at this time. However, Sadiki, who plays Togo on Skim Sam, said she has been grateful to the people who have been donating or people that have donated and sent messages of concern to her family. To my followers, churches, business people, and celebrities who have been helpful, we're grateful for your support. Now, she also shed some light on what really happened prior to the fire. Now, the contradictions in these statements are very confusing, because Drum News is reporting another thing, and they heard it from Innocent Sadiki. And another article is reporting a different thing. Drum is saying, on Monday, Eno got a call from her husband telling her to urgently come home because the house was on fire. When she arrived from the engagement she was at, nothing could have prepared her for what she would find. There was nothing left, she tells Drum. We are still trying to figure out what happened. We are still waiting for investigators to come and do their assessments. The fire did not start inside the house. We do not know if anyone was burning something and something was blown by the wind to our house and caught on the thatched roof. My husband was home with the helper and the kids. It is the kids that saw the fire first when smoke started coming in their rooms, and they were screaming for help. But even with everything that is currently happening, Eno says her eyes are still fixed on Jesus. We have lost so much, but Jesus is still Lord. I'm just grateful that my family was not hurt. We can replace every single item we lost, but we cannot replace lives. We thank God for his continued protection even at this time. We have lost everything. We do not even have toothbrushes or the children's school uniforms and books. We are literally starting on a clean slate, not just metaphorically, but we have told ourselves that we will not allow the enemy to blind us into not being grateful. This can happen to anyone, so we cannot cry and say, why ask God? Because If not us, then who? Who else must suffer this kind of loss? Now, the Fourways house was their dream home. It is on a beautiful plot. My husband and I have always wanted to have our little farmhouse. We have always wanted to have freedom of space. We have always wanted our kids to be able to have the space to play outside and to have large rooms inside the house. We had our little cinema, and my husband had his main cave. Now all of that is gone. And then on Sowetan Live, this is what she said. Now, she said that she and her husband were shocked to receive a call that their home was on fire. My husband and I are fine, but our children are the ones who are traumatized. My children are still processing what happened. When my husband and I arrived at the fire scene, I had no chance to get emotional. I knew as the adult in this, I needed to deal with everything and not focus on my emotions. This experience is humbling, but I can't seem to shake the feeling that this is a personal attack. About 3 months ago, we walked into my kitchen from church to find it flooded, and to this day, we don't know how it got flooded. Then recently, the equipment from our church was stolen after a break-in, and now this, a fire. I can't even open a case because we don't know who is responsible for all of this. My whole house is now gone with all the things we bought to make it feel like a home. Yeah, so the stories are just contradicting each other. They really not making any sense. I don't know, maybe it's because she's still in shock, but even if you're in shock, the stories should never contradict, especially if you're telling the truth. It's either the husband was in the house or you guys were not in the house.
Hey, indaba yalo muzi oshile. Washaka umuzi. Nathola umuntu ozongishuta. Namdirector ukuthi soqala sagani ushoot uzungeze uqeda ukuzungeza thina, and then you pan to the house, make sure you get intuthu. Shuthe sesishona lena ke manje sibambeni izandla. Shutha icishamlilo ke manje. And then editwa ivideo. Kwathegwa ama-brands or Builders Warehouse or Game or Woolies. And then a couple of hours later, you post intshumayelo ekhuluma ngomlilo that you claim was recorded a couple of hours before umlilo. And then somebody else that is related to you posts information about how people can donate funds to your cause. Kodwa ukungiqedela ilo ukushutha amadada the day after isigameko. Amadada ngathi bekhwehlela ngoba hogela intunzi. Nenkukhu uthi mebuka zikho right. Guys, South Africa boring by choice, honestly.